plan to become an account executive as soon as possible. I've been an SDR now for 4 months. SDR being appointment setter. I cold call and book in meetings, and I book those meetings in for the account executives who close the deals. I want to become an account executive as soon as possible. I have a goal for myself to make €10,000 in August, and currently I'm only making about 5 or 6 grand or something along the lines. And the steps I'm going to do in order to get into the account executive position, which pays €90,000 base, is number 1, I am going to start listening to my CEO's sales calls every single day. I will absorb what he does, I'll start to analyze what he does, and then I will pause the videos and say what I think should be said next when the prospect speaks. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Aggressively listen to his calls every fucking day. Step number 2, once I feel like I have the foundations of that down, of the account executive calls, I'm going to get a mentor. I'm going to pay somebody to teach me to become an absolute stud at closing. Very simple. I am going to shop around, and through word of mouth and through talking to top sales reps and through their recommendations, I'll decide who that's going to be. Step number 3, I will do whatever I can to become the best SDR in the company so that it is a no-brainer that I become the account executive as soon as possible. How I'll do this is listen to as many of my calls as possible, see where I can improve, and continue having a ruthless work ethic and being an absolute dog on the phones and not taking no for an answer. And step number 3, I will role play as much as possible with as many top sales reps as possible, because this is what I did to get my SDR role. I did about hundreds of role play sessions with SDRs. Now I'm going to do the same with account executives. I'm going to hop on calls with them. I'm going to ask them to run a sales call with me and them to pretend to be the prospect. After the call, I will ask for feedback and I will take notes based on the feedback they give me. When I'm given this feedback, I will then use the feedback and I will let that person know how the feedback went so that I get a mentor for myself and somebody that will continue to support me, because most people give advice and nobody actions it. If you give somebody advice, they see you taking notes and you actually action it and let them know how the advice goes, you have a mentor for yourself. That person is going to root for you. And finally, I will start posting about it online. And the reason I will do this is because through me showing how much I care about it, how much commitment I have towards hitting that 10K month and becoming a savage stud closer, I will have other hustlers supporting me. Because I read 50 Cent's book about 10 times, and in it he says, the fearless support the other fearless people, hustlers support hustlers. So 50 Cent was in a boxing gym run by gangsters. The gangsters showed up and scared everybody with guns, and 50 Cent said, as a 12-year-old, what the fuck are you guys doing? Get the fuck out of here. Everybody in the gym looked at him, what the hell? And the gangsters were like, Jesus Christ, you guys are producing absolute badasses in here. This guy's an absolute king. And said, right, we're going to drop $500,000 on new equipment for the gym. Fearless support the fearless. So these are the steps I'm going to do. Obviously, at the start, how I work is I kind of spray and pray. I try a load of different things. I put in hours and hours and hours, and I start to refine it slowly. I start to realize what works best. Is it role plays? Is it getting a mentor? What works best? And then I'll go all in on that, 10x. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think.